Nithyananda. This is Manitya Tejamayananda Swami, and welcome back to the Sannyas playlist. How do you know you can take sannyas? How do you know if sannyas is the right path for you? Sannyas is an extraordinary breakthrough. Sannyas is directly rebelling against society. Society does not have your best interest in mind. So many subliminal messages and so much conditionings of society affect our lives. In fact, every individual pretty much grows up thinking they have to only go towards the path of marriage. That is to say, you start with school, you start with college, you start with a job and finding a mate and going down the path of marriage. But is that the path you want to take? Inevitably, when you get married, you're going to be dependent on someone else. You're going to lean on someone else. You're going to always have a crutch. In spirituality, even if you're together, you're always going to be on the path of aloneness. You can start together, but ultimately you end up alone on the path, as it should be. Dependency is not a good thing. Dependency is not hard to kick off, and it could bring you down. It could set you back a few paces. Sannyas is about the ultimate pace, the ultimate lifestyle of working on yourself and giving yourself the time to discover yourself. In the societal world, I can say that I used to always dwell. Back when I was living in the Maya Matrix world, I can say that I would always dwell on something after it happened for hours to days to months to years. I would just constantly sit and brood and brood and brood until I became like a zombie. And I would spend so much of my thinking on that one thing or incident that happened. Literally, I was integrated into the thought trend of suffering. And of course, this was an unconscious thought trend, but this is what it was. So sannyas is an amazing, amazing lifestyle because you're constantly lifted up. You're constantly reminded of your higher self. You have the Sangha, and not to mention Swamiji, constantly pulling you back to the right space, giving you that complete snap to come out of whatever thinking pattern you're getting stuck in. So you constantly have a support system. That is to say, without dependency. You are constantly going to be questioned so that you raise, and you're constantly going to be reminded of your higher space so that you constantly be on the right path. Sannyas is about living the Hindu lifestyle and knowing that Hinduism is all about celebration. It's all about being in that blissful state. And I can say this, that just hearing that there is such a thing as bliss being your birthright is something so amazing and awakening for me, because literally I used to be integrated to suffering. I used to think you had to suffer for everything, keep quiet, not stand up, not speak up. But literally, when I met Swamiji, it's like such a breath of fresh air. It was like, wow, there's somebody whose name is Eternal Bliss who tells us that bliss is your birthright. It's just the most amazing path to be on. And if you're somebody who constantly feels you're going down emotionally and you're constantly stuck in a rut and the same situations happen over and over and over again, sannyas is absolutely the path to consider, because in sannyas you don't have a choice but to go up. You don't have a choice but to be successful, because who's your pilot? Swamiji. Swamiji is your support. Swamiji is the one who got your back, constantly lifting you to your possibility. Thank you for watching. Nithyananda.